Hey guys, this is the Galactic Witch here, and we are going to do a deck review today. Woo! First one ever, at least for our channel. Okay, these are the decks that we're going to review today. So, these are actually like deck opening reviews, okay? Only one of these decks have I actually opened and used a little bit, and it was just yesterday when I did that. And that was the Spellcasting Oracle cards, and it's a 48 card deck and guidebook by Flavia, Kate Peters, and Barbara Meiklejohn Free. And the artwork is by Lisbeth Sheaver Gesseman. So sorry if I said those names wrong, but okay. So this is this deck, and this is a gorgeous deck. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open these. I'm going to tell you about the magic I feel and see, and show you a little bit of the cards and give you my honest opinion about the decks. So as soon as you open this, if you see this other side, it has writing. It says, "As I open this box, magic abounds, for my spirit connects with the answer it's found. Feeling my heart open up to one love, beauty surrounds me below and above. Vibrations now raised, inviting in light, protection in place as I see with new sight. As I work with these cards, connect us as one, in peace and love, we are blessed, it is done." That's gorgeous, okay? No, don't think I can here. There we go. We'll do it that way, so you guys can at least see a little bit. Okay, and then this is the guidebook. So it's pretty thick. And so this is, like I said, it's the Spellcasting Oracle deck. So when you first open it, you go in and so it has a table of contents, and it goes over the ancient art of spellcraft, what is a spell, magical moon phases, magical full moons, magical weekdays, and magical directions, elements, and connections. And then it tells you how to cast your spell and working with card spreads. And then after that, it goes into the meaning of each card. So I'm going to skip ahead to the meaning of each card. And I'm just going to read you a little bit. So compassion. So it goes over magical guidance. And it says, "It's time to soften your heart a little and offer a sympathetic ear to those close to you who are in need of your love and support at this time. Often, emotional hurts cause the heart chakra to close, preventing any feelings of tenderness towards others. It's time to break down your defenses and remember that a trouble shared is a trouble halved. Try to imagine how it feels from another's point of view as you start to hone your natural warmth and sympathetic nature. Compassion occurs when your heart expands and opens up to embrace both the emotions of others and those of your own. So go easy on yourself." And then it gives you a spell incantation, and it says, "Hold a green crystal to your heart chakra on a waxing gibbous moon phase on a Friday at dusk. Take a deep breath to go deep within and say, crystals heal a broken heart, emotions ready to impart, sympathy or tender touch, kind words welcome very much. Charity begins at home, but let pity freely roam. Love, support, and hugs all around, now compassion has been found. Take a heartfelt deep breath, remove the crystal, and say, gratefully I accept the magic of you, of protection to assist in all that I do. Lend me the courage, build power in me, assist my transcendence, so mote it be." And then it gives you magical meanings. It's safe to open up to others, and emotional upheaval is healed. See another's point of view, honor your feelings. Someone needs your support, and there are lessons to learn. And every single one of these is like that. I mean, I would hope so. For a good deck, it's going to be consistent. But just knowing that, it's really nice to be able to look at it and be like, okay, I'm feeling this type of way, and I need a spell for that. So not only could you use these as oracles, but you could also just use them as spell cards as well. So I'm going to show you, I know a lot of people that I know that read cards love to know how easily they are to shuffle. These cards, they're not super tough. They're not super thick like some decks. They are sort of thick, but not like super. I mean, I just bridged that just fine. Y'all saw it. It happened. We good. All right, now the energy of this deck is really, really earthy and airy. Okay, like it's very peaceful, but it's kind of like, it's like a calming energy, but like energetically calm. So it's like, it's kind of like upbeat, but it's also like, yo, we gonna chill today. Like, it's excited about sitting on the couch and eating pizza, but it's also gonna tell you how it is, type of energy. Hold on, my pillow leaning behind me. All right, so let's ask it a question. What do the followers watching this need to know right now? Okay, that was real quick. Okay, Spirit Guide is the card that we got. Look at how beautiful that is. Okay, so I'm not going to read you the entirety of Spirit Guide, but I will read you the magical guidance part. So you've never ever walked alone, for each step you take is guided by a helpful and protective watcher who resides in the spirit world. Spirit guides come in many forms, including deceased loved ones, animals, and mystical beings who bring you many gifts and lessons, and always have your best interests at heart. All you have to do is be willing to accept their presence and pay attention to their loving messages, which can come in many ways. You're being nudged to be meditative and to go deep into commune with your spiritual guardian at this time, in order to harness spiritual connection and esoteric understanding. So yeah, super beautiful. Let me show you a couple more cards so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So that was inspiration. This is protection, getting Mother Gaia out there. Where is it? Ooh, closure is really pretty. I mean, they're all really pretty, but I'm just kind of pointing out some that I'm like really attracted to. Truth looks like Mother Teresa, kind of. This one's cool. Lighten your load. But okay. So ultimately, this deck is really, really beautiful, both aesthetically and energetically. And I really love what it brings to the table. I love that it goes over all the magical things. So if you don't know, or if you're still like in the learning or beginning phases of learning about moons and magic and spellcasting, she gives you some guidance on it, or they give you some guidance on it, because there's two of them, authors, I mean. But they also give you the guidance every step of the way. So every card you pull has the same amount of guidance as the last one. And I really, really love that. But okay, so beautiful deck. Love it. That was the Spellcasting Oracle cards. Okay, this next deck I have not really looked at yet at all, except for this box. So this is Crystals, the Stone deck. 78 crystals to energize your life. Each card features a dazzling stone on the front and an illuminating description on the back, and an accompanying booklet offers tips on how to use and care for your gems. Select a crystal based on your needs, or close your eyes and pull a card to see what the universe has in store. There's no such thing as random. Brimming with mystical wisdom on love, sex, strength, clarity, and productivity, this enlightening deck makes it easy to cultivate good vibes wherever you need to and wherever you are. Okay. Crystals, the Stone deck. And this one opens like this. I love decks like this. I think boxes like that are so cool. But okay, so right off the bat, here's the book. And so the book is not like crazy. It's not like a regular Oracle deck where the book has like the meaning of each card in it. It does, however, teach you how to meditate with crystals, how to make a fashion statement with crystals. So this, wow. So this goes over different styles like boho, goth, prep, yoga, UFO, assassin, and classic. And then it recommends a stone for each one. So goth chic is black tourmaline, Yoga chic is rose quartz. UFO chic is moldavite. And assassin chic is obsidian, because I know we were all wondering what assassin was once I said it. And then how to honor your astrological sign, which stone. So for me, I'm a Leo. The sunstone they use for it is roar. Literally, it says roar in it. I really need to work on my roar. But then, like, for Libra, which Libras basically run my family, it's a metrine, and they use it for balance. Virgo uses sodalite for perfectionism. Aquarius uses moldavite for intergalactic dance parties. So it's a really entertaining and insightful book so far. And then how to make the world's simplest crystal grid. How to keep bad vibes out. And it basically just says black stones, and then it lists black stones and it tells you ways to use them. And then how to feel better, guaranteed. Take a deep breath. How to get grounded, how to set an intention, how to power up for the long haul, how to express yourself, how to take care of your stones, and how to dream big. That's beautiful. This is such a fun little book. Not at all what I was expecting, and really cute, fun, and insightful. It goes over a lot more. Like, I wouldn't expect how to get grounded to be in a crystal book. That's just my own personal thing. I wouldn't expect it. Like, I can see how it's included, and I can see why it's included. I just didn't expect it. Or like how to keep bad vibes out, how to set an intention. But yeah, so that's a really cool book. Now let's get into the cards. Okay, so first off, they're like, here, I'll show you guys. Let's see if we can do that. They're like a rainbow, the bat. So that's the informational side. Okay, this is the picture side. Okay, so they're basic cards on the picture side with just a nice picture of the crystal, but they're nice pictures. And I think they're really, it's nice because there's a lot of times you'll question what your crystal is, and with it just being this plain background, it's a lot easier to tell what the features of the crystals are. So let's just pick a rando. Oh, this one's pretty. Okay, so this is malachite. All right, malachite, tell me about yourself. So what is it? What it is? With its trademark acid trip swirls, money green malachite is an electrifying mesmerizer with a high copper content, always good for moving energy and making things happen. Who needs it? The overflowing in creativity but lacking in follow through. The all business all the time set. Where to put it? If you're trading cryptocurrency, writing television pilots, or starting up the next tech giant, try some malachite in your workspace. When to use it? When the concrete jungle has you disconnected from the earth beneath it. When you've just got to have the money, the power, and all the glory. Come at it with a heart forward, sustainable energy, and courtesy of malachite. Claim your success. Wow. So it's very fun, just like the book. But at the same time, it's very insightful. Like, obviously, malachite is for people who are probably workaholics. But they're like the creative workaholics, the ones who are like always doing something new, but trying to make money off of it. All right, let's try to shuffle these and see what they like. These are not thick cards at all. These are very thin. But it's a thick deck. It's 78 cards, okay? So don't expect to be perfect with it at first. I have a couple 78 card decks. Well, all my tarot decks are 78 cards. Woo! I hope that looks like a rainbow. Let's see. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. I didn't look at it. I didn't look. I gotta know. Okay, so it kind of does look like a rainbow. That's really cool. Okay. Let's see if we can connect with it and ask it a question. I'm sure we can, but let's see what happens. All right, what stone should my followers, right, watching this focus the most on right now? Remember, guys, this will be a general one, so if it doesn't match with you right now, that's okay. What stone do they need to focus on? toss a card out at me. You'll be able to do that. I don't know if my hands are big enough to shuffle this deck. These cards are long, okay? Like, this is probably the longest deck that I have. Okay, they're telling me this one, which is Emerald. What it is, one of the 4 precious gemstones, emerald radiates with a wet, lush, verdant energy. Historically, emerald is associated with love, beauty, and sex. So if you're into any of that, you might want to associate yourself with this saturated green gem. Who needs it? Aestheticists, bohemians, Epicureans, and transcendentalists. Y'all know what I mean. Where to put it? On a chain over your heart or on a ring at the base of your left thumb, perched atop the Venus mount. Venus is all about love, for those that may not know. When to use it? When you've temporarily lost the courage to love and be loved. When you're in need of a total refresh, open your heart to limitless possibility with emerald. And then it says, point your heart toward grace. That was beautiful. Beautiful emerald. Get it to focus more. But okay, so obviously this card is all about, or this stone is all about love and beauty and sex, just like it said. So ultimately, I think it's an incredibly fun deck. As for Oracle, like using it in my readings, I think it's going to take me time to really grow accustomed to the deck, because it's definitely very different. It's not like, you know, it's not like a typical Oracle or Tarot deck at all. It's a stone deck, literally. So knowing that and seeing it, I do think it's very, very fun. I think it's very easy. It's easier to shuffle than some of the decks I have, except for the length. It's a little hard because my hands are kind of small. But ultimately, yes, I would use it. Is it one that I highly recommend? Maybe not off my initial basis, but I would recommend it to someone who is very earthy, someone who is really into crystals and wants to work more with them. And I'm thinking that once I really get working with it, that's probably going to change to, oh my gosh, you should get this deck. Like, you're going to love it, add it to your readings, blah, blah, blah. But as for the moment, I really love it. It's very fun-loving, very funny and fun. But I don't think it's like on my top recommended list. But okay. So let me close up this deck for a moment. I'll show you all the box one more time. And this was, so the text is by Andrew Smart. I didn't get to say the author. I forgot to say the author the first time. So Andrew Smart is the author, and Jason Wyke is the photographer of the crystals. Okay. Now our final deck. I haven't even opened this deck, not one bit. Pardon me, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink real quick. But okay, so this final deck that I have for you today is the Illustrated Herbiary collectible box set. Guidance and rituals from 36 bewitching botanicals. Includes hardcover book, deluxe oracle card set, and carrying pouch. And it's by Maya Toll. Filled with magic, myth, and tantalizing bits of wisdom, this may just be one of the most delightful and original herbals ever written. And that was a comment from Rosemary Gladstar, who's an herbal educator, activist, and best-selling author. All right, let's open it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just flip this for a second so you guys can see what I see. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm really excited about this deck. I've been like, obviously I'm a witch. I'm already really into stuff like this, and I'm already really into my herbs, but I'm just so excited to get new herb stuff, new books, new witchy stuff. It makes me so happy. I was really excited about the Spellcasting Oracle deck too, and the crystal deck, because it's the first crystal deck that I have, that I now own. Okay, so a little hard A little hard to get out of the box. There we go. Oh, okay. Okay, guys, so it's a little hard to get out of the box at first, but I did it. Let's just go over the book real quick. Look at this. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Got birdies and flowers. Okay. And a heart because it's all connected. Okay. To the wild ones and the mythic souls who walk amongst us unseen, and to Gina McGarry for teaching me to listen for them. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it automatically opens up into the contents. And there are, let's see. Okay, there's 167 pages here, and 156 of them, or a little less, like 140 of them are all herbs, okay? And it looks like they're pretty in depth. They're like 4 pages each. There's 36 herbs in here, and they're each 4 pages of information. So there's a preface that just is like, it looks like a little story of how she got into this and why she wanted to do this. Then an introduction in the herbiary. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and start with the first one, which is Start Fresh with Chickweed, Stellaria media. Chickweed sings of bright beginnings, welcoming you to your path. Her tiny star-like flowers whisper, it's time. Not sure you're ready? No worries. Gently she'll break cells open, renewing energy and life. Chickweed reminds you, wherever you are is a fine place to begin. She'll joyously demonstrate by tumbling from any possible place for new growth, from neglected farmstead flower pots to abandoned urban planters. She chips away at old ideas on a foundational level, opening your internal windows to let in fresh thoughts, slowing off what no longer serves. What's keeping you from making the changes you crave? Perhaps you've been hauling around slowly, accreted insecurities or anger's quicksilver flame. See who you are with those burdens, she suggests, smiling as she guides you to begin. Okay, and then it gives you a ritual, which for chickweed is notice the micro world. Like many tiny treasures, chickweed is easily overlooked. In honor of chickweed, spend time noticing the micro world. Sometimes it's the small things that make the biggest impact. And then a reflection, look for little stars. And there is more information on these pages. There's just a lot to read for it. So I'm just kind of summing up the pages. So reflection, look for little stars. It's easy to figure out the best way to move forward when life gives you big flashy signposts, but it can be harder when the path seems mundane and mapped out by only the smallest of lights. Chickweed reminds you to look for those small lights. Her Latin name, Stellaria, means little star. What little stars are you ignoring as you search for floodlights and fireworks? What bright beginnings are moldering as you wish for something bigger? Is the trail unspooling at your feet while you have your eye on the distant horizon? That my complicated life could be made so simple was astounding, by Cheryl. That's a quote from Cheryl Strayed in the Wild. And then it goes on to the next one, which is Daisy. Okay, so let's just peep the rest of this book real quick. Yeah, this is beautiful. Let's see, Passion Flower. Let's see, Passion Flower, the ritual is about feeling expansive. And it looks like she's got you stretching. And life inventory, which parts of your life do you feel joyously engaged with? Have you lost your passion for some parts of your daily life? Are you trudging through your work or family time? What's that? White willows for healing. St. John's wort, and she gives you winter medicine as the reflection, and sipping sunshine as the ritual. Oat bathing, going silent. Oh, for oats. Duh. Sorry. Marshmallow. Conscious cookery. So she really touches on quite a bit here, like of different kinds of magic that you can do with herbs, like an oat bath, conscious cooking. with marshmallow. See, drawing out the base, going over basics, anchoring the land, connecting to home, creating space. So yeah, she really goes it all in. I really love this. As you guys can probably tell by now, I really love books that really go in depth, or they're unique with how they go in depth. Like they touch on things that you don't hear too often, but could be really vital to your practice. Put that there. And then it came with this really cute little nice silky purple bag for my deck. Oh boy. I was unprepared. Thank you, Claus. My nail stylist is probably going to be mad at me. Sorry guys, I was totally unprepared, but thankfully there are still ways to open it, so. Okay. So not super hard to open, but these are gold bound, which is really, really cool. It's always a really pretty feature. The first one is apple, then sweet violet. Sorry guys, I just had like a dumb moment with myself. I counted all those herbs just to find out there was 36, that I'd already said there was 36. Sometimes you have those moments, you know? Okay, let me show you some of these cards. Okay, so this is apple. And then sweet violet. So these cards are definitely a little bit thicker than the other two decks. Well, at least definitely thicker than the crystal deck. Probably about the same as the spellcasting deck. But they definitely stick together a lot more than both decks. This is red clover. And then lavender. I love that lavender has a tiger. And then I'll show you a couple more. Let's see. A little bit. Ooh, California poppy. That's pretty. Okay, so let's see what shuffling is like with this deck. And I can tell it's going to be a little bit harder because the cards are sticking together. See if we can break that up. Alright, let's see what we can do with them. Now, there's only 36, which you'd think would make this easier, but it's not always the case. So they're not very flexible to begin with, but usually decks like this, excuse me, usually, especially the 36 ones, become flexible pretty quick. So we'll just do this a couple of times and see what happens. This is my best way to get a deck to be flexible, is to stretch them out, bridge them. No, it's literally like warm-ups for your deck. Sorry guys, this is what it's like when I'm just reading and prepping for myself. I'm just like all mound. So that actually really wasn't bad. Like after the first bridge or two, wasn't bad at all. I definitely recommend, if you go for this deck, to do this a couple of times with it before doing that. But yeah, not bad. The edges don't look damaged. Yeah, not bad at all. Let's see how it works with this kind of shuffling and asking a question. Okay, can you show me what kind of deck you are? What are you here to help with the most? Or what's your favorite lesson to teach? Let's do that. What's your favorite lesson to teach? Disclaimer, these are not charged decks yet, okay? So anything that comes out is just a general, like, it's not guaranteed to be correct. I have not charged these decks yet. All right, one more shuffle. Okay, Tulsi. And automatically this reminds me of Hindu culture because it's got the multiple arms. So it reminds me kind of like Goddess Kali. So let's see what it says. And it tells you the page at the bottom, which is also really cool. Okay, Tulsi, you are sacred. Tulsi is also called holy basil, is traditionally planted, or Tulsi, also called holy basil, is traditionally planted in a special pot by the front door of homes in South Asia. Okay, so that's kind of close. The holiest of plants thought of alternately, as a household deity and a manifestation of the goddess Lakshmi. Brings heaven to earth. Her spicy scent reminds you to be aware of the unseen, of spring flowing in and out. Tulsi says, you are strongest when you let spirit help you adapt to the ups and downs of daily life. And then there's still more. But the ritual is come home to yourself, which is saying that it's time to look internally instead of externally, which I think is a really great lesson. So good job, deck. And what if you are holy is the reflection. Tulsi's benediction, what if you are holy just as you are? What if you don't need to be more spiritual, more kind, or more anything? What if you acknowledged yourself just the way you already are as a sacred being? How would that thought shift who you are and how you show up in the world? That's really, really beautiful. Okay, so another deck that I really, really love, this one right here. I love the artwork. I love the designs on the back of the cards. I love the information given, and the fact that the author touches on so many different types of magic and touches on deities and different things of that nature. Really, really great experience opening this deck and getting to feel the energy. I'm going to go ahead and put this deck away in its new little bag. If I can get it in there. Yeah, it's kind of sticking. So definitely a great buy as well. I'm really pleased with all of these decks, and I'm really happy that I got all of these decks. And I'm happy that I was able to share them with you guys. All of their energy is beautiful. It's fun-loving. The crystal deck is entertaining, but also very informative. All three of them are informative. I love them all. I recommend them all. Like I said, the crystals isn't at the top of my recommendation list yet, but I'm going to work with them more. And I'm thinking in a couple of, probably 3 months, I'll probably come back and I will give you a, okay, after working with them, here is my thing. And I'll probably do that with a few more decks that I have as well, that I've made it publicly, I got these decks and I think they're great, or this or that. But okay, guys, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I will be making more reviews. I will also be making more pick cards and things of that nature. So please throw the love out there, spread the love, share the love. And yeah, once again, thanks for joining me. Have a great night, day, or whatever it is for you.